Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door Shutter, coming back to you with a brand new episode of FTB NeoTech. Today is episode 12, and we are getting into applied energistics, actually. We're going to try to get into it. I don't know how far we'll get, because we're going to run into some complications that I already know of, and we're going to get started here by breaking this mysterious cube. I went out and found a meteorite, kind of just looked for this spot. We don't have Ad Astra in here, so spots like these are all AE2 meteorites. Of course, some of them maybe just giant caverns. This does look like just a giant cavern here. You've got one up here. So there's plenty of them around us that we could keep looking for, but I just came over to this one. Just, why not? Looks like there may be another one down here. On the bottom, you can see where it says Birch Taiga and Skystone. So that's actually another one there. I might run over to that one because I don't have a way, as of current, to get these flawless pieces. I want to get a sawmill to get sawdust, but the problem is I need to get into silicone. And to get into silicone, here, let me show you why I need silicone, because I clicked on the wrong thing. There is a need for that in the diodes for silicone plates. And silicone in this pack is made with silicone dust. Silicone dust is quartz dust, Certus quartz dust, and sand to give us silicon dust. And so we do need to just go ahead and break this stuff. So let's just grab the mysterious cube. We're using a non-silk touch tool right now. So we're just going to snag that. So we've got all of the inscriber pieces. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to break all of these. So we got flawed Certus quartz crystals, Certus quartz, what is it? Budding Certus quartz? There we go. And I'm actually going to run over to the other one, over in this direction, and grab those as well, and then I'll meet you guys back at the base. Alright, so I've just set up an area over here that we can start setting down our flawed budding Certus quartz. Of course, sooner or later we'll try and get cardboard boxes to do flawless. So if you do not know, most mod packs allow for you to pick up flawless budding Certus quartz with cardboard boxes. Of course, right now we don't have access to sawdust, which is what you need for cardboard boxes, because the sawmill is an expensive thing. One thing I didn't actually look at is there is another option for sawdust. And that is the Immersive Engineering Sawmill. I actually kind of need to look at that. So I will look at that here in a second. I probably should have looked at it before I picked up all these Certus quartz blocks, but we're just going to let these guys hang out here for a little bit. And over time, they will degrade. That's why flawless is best, because it does never degrade. But these do over time, and sooner or later they will become Certus quartz blocks, and that means they will not produce any more crystals for you. To recharge them, all you need to do is look at the guide here, and you can see adding a Certus quartz block with a charged Certus quartz into here will give you damaged, and then do it again, that'll give you chipped, and then again will give you flawed. So you basically have to use Certus quartz that you're producing to then make them again, or make the budding portion again. So it's a costly method, because sooner or later you should be able to get growth crystal growth accelerator. I think they used to be called, didn't they used to be called crystal growth accelerators? Maybe I'm losing my mind. But this is the recipe for them. These actually will require power, and of course AE2 cables and an energy acceptor, or attached to a normal AE2 system to operate, and then they speed up the growth, but they do block one side, or however many sides that you put them on, to grow these actual Certus quartz buds faster. So we'll definitely be trying to get those. Of course, right now we need to get Fluix crystals, which Fluix crystals aren't too hard to get. Nether quartz, charged Certus quartz, and redstone dust. And of course, charged Certus quartz is a polarizer in this case, with Certus quartz crystals, and that will get you a charged Certus quartz. And of course, these come from the what is it called? Budding. Let's see. I think they're called Certus quartz clusters. Yeah, this thing right here. So you need to break this big tier, the final tier of the actual bud, to get Certus quartz crystals. While these just give you the large, small, or large, medium, and small, just give you the Certus quartz dust. So right now, if we were to break these, all they would give us is Certus quartz dust, which we don't really need. I mean, we do need it, but we don't need it right now. We need the actual full version, so we're going to let those go. But I'm actually going to look at Engineer's Manual, Sawmill. Okay, so this is the full list. I'm just going to pause this here. Heavy engineering block, steel scaffolding, iron sheet metal, light engineering block, conveyor belt. I think I have all this stuff. I think. So you know what I'm going to do? Real quick, let me gather this stuff and see if I can actually get the sawmill up and going. And if I can't, I will report back. But I'm going to try and see what we can get up to. Alright, let's get to building the sawmill. I quickly expanded the actual warehouse. Of course, just, made it look the exact same as this side. Just move some stuff out of the way, move the metal presses over yonder. And, yeah, we are going to get started here. So, we need to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, all 8 scaffolding go on the bottom. I think I just want to put this right here. Let's pull it away from the wall. And that was 1 block. Okay. And then look like heavy engineering block on the bottom. And then 3 light engineering blocks. Then iron sheet metal. So iron sheet metal, redstone engineering block. And then 3 of these in the center. And then heavy. And then what next? Is that it? I think that's it. Okay, so what did I miss? Oh, the conveyor belts. That's what I missed. So we're just facing them this direction. Perfect. And then now we should be good. Okay. So I will need to get a coal generator. But for right now... Actually, I don't have anything on me. So let me craft one real quick, because I kind of forgot about that. And I'll be right back. Alrighty, so coal generator, coal, or charcoal. And then now what we need to do is grab a saw blade, which I actually already have crafted one. We're just going to put that right there. And we are going to quickly anchor, and then immersive sawmill. There we go. And so this will probably make more noise here in a second, but what we need to do now is grab some barrels. So we're going to grab some barrels, put those there, and then I guess the input barrel is probably going to be this one, but we're going to need some item pipes. Let's actually grab one more item pipe here. So just shift click on that. So output. And then there we go. So the next portion of this would be just oak logs. And then it should send it. This one. So we do need an output barrel there as well. So this is where sawdust comes from. This is where the actual byproduct comes from. Or no, this is the byproduct. This is the main product. Goodness. Okay. So it looks like I wouldn't actually need to use this saw blade here if I'm just wanting to get stripped logs. So that's interesting. Okay, so we've got sawdust, which means now we have access to cardboard boxes. So I'm going to actually let this process. Might as well have some more sawdust at the end of the day. And this will be fantastic. I also need to probably do that. And I'm going to actually unchunk load all of this. And then chunk load this, which is shift click. And chunk load that down there. Okay. So, this is operational. This is working. I'm actually going to throw one more stack of logs in there. Let that run. And I'm going to go find another meteorite that I can use to see if the cardboard box will work on them. Because I don't know. I've never tried it on this mod pack. And I could have went into a creative world. But honestly, I like to just test with you guys. So, let's be right back whenever I find a meteorite. Alright, found another one. We've got it all flawless. Which I think this is like something that has been set up by the FTB team. So we can make this a lot quicker. There we go. All of them actually worked, which is fantastic. And I don't think there's like a block to technically harvest these, so you could just use your fist. It's all the same speed. So we're just going to pick these all up, and it looks like these are all stacking in my inventory, which is fantastic. So basically, what it means to have flawless is you're going to be able to just constantly produce crystals. They never degrade. So you won't have to break the blocks, you won't have to do any of the fun shenanigans to actually get more of these, which is fantastic. But I do want to pick up more because I want quite a few more, and I don't know if I know of another meteorite. Okay, so there's one right here, because I can see there's like a visual texture difference, and I can see that this is made of sky stone. So I'm going to head over to this village, which is not far. Also, the mod that adds this whole thing, I think it's like the horse expert mod, but I'm not 100% sure. Whatever mod that is, absolutely a fantastic mod. Like, it's such a small one, but I've never seen it before, and I love everything about it. Just because I can call the horse from a distance, it's just like an RPG feature that I think's been around for a while. Like, a lot of games have done it, or something similar to it, like calling a companion. And being able to do that with your horse across Minecraft, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Saved me several times from having to walk a lot of distance. So, just something to think about. And the default keybind for this, by the way, is X. That is not something I changed. So we can actually quickly look at what mod this is. X. So open call menu from horsing around. What is horsing around? Horsing around. Let's just quickly look this up. So this is insert horse pun nay. I'm going to click on the mod link here. So this is the mod page. So I'm just going to open this up real quick. You guys won't be able to see this, but I'll just look at it here. So horsing around is a mod that allows you to see your hunger when mounted and teleport your tamed animals to your side after linking them by feeding them a golden apple. Customizable by adding the horse around linking item tag. Okay, so you need to feed your horse a golden apple, which I guess has been disabled because I've never fed my horse a golden apple. So, I mean, that's a really cool mod. So that's what adds this top hunger bar. I don't know what adds the bottom hunger bar. So there's two mods that probably do the exact same thing. They probably both do it differently. So we're seeing two different outcomes, which is fine. I mean, I'm not really concerned. It's just, it's a really cool mod. I'm definitely going to have to use that in future packs if it's not in there, because I will be using horses a lot more. Especially if I don't have flight, or maybe even if I have flight, because I do like exploring landscapes like this. It's genuinely a fun thing. So, being able to call him is fantastic. Horsing around. I'll leave a link down in the description to that mod, just in case. You know, it's a good one. It's a good one. All right, let's get this opened up here. I love how it just randomly decided. You know what? Let's talk about this random mod. Out of 200 and something mods, I just have to highlight some of the small ones. It's always a good thing, right? Finding small mods like that really don't add too much, but they add just enough to stand out. And I honestly didn't know about it until I accidentally pressed X one time. Alright, let's grab a torch here real quick. Because I wouldn't have ever thought about, you know, pressing that keybind, but it is so close to S, A, and W, or S, A, and D, that I accidentally clicked it one time. So, alright, so one cool thing that I have to show again is we're actually going to teleport back home. We've got 16 crystals, and instead of having to worry about my horse being lost, I can go outside, stand right here, and teleport him out. Fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So we've got 16 and 2. So 18 in total. They just aren't stacking for some reason. And that means that we could actually go out and replace all of the ones we have over here with these. Which I might do. Not 100% sure. I might just keep these for right now. until I get the actual growth crystal, the growth accelerators. I had to remember the name. Wanted to call them crystal growth accelerators. I might just leave these here. So let's grab this. This has fortune on it. We're just going to shift click and break the Certus quartz clusters, which is all we need right now. Certus quartz cluster, Certus quartz cluster. That's large. Just go around. Oh, I broke a large. I will need Certus quartz dust anyway, so I'm not too worried about breaking them. I just want to make sure that we're getting as many Certus quartzes as possible. Okay, so let me get a handful more of these. Get the other ones set down so we can use them. Because, of course, you can see that these are already fading. So once they're faded and, like, completely back to Certus quartz blocks, I'm going to get rid of them. I really should have looked at the Immersive Engineering Sawmill before I did this. But you live, you learn, you move on. Okay? Let me be back. Alright, so let's polarize some of these. I'm just going to do 16 for now, but we do need to use the polarizer. So let's get that going. I also grabbed some Certus quartz dust, of course, because we do need to get silicone, which is quartz and... what did I just see? Quartz and sand. Certus quartz dust, sand. This should get us 3 silicone per, so right now we have 9. Then we'll just have to smelt it. That's all that we need to do afterwards, right? I believe so. Yes, just silicone ingots. So then we can throw it in the electric furnace, and that'll go get done. And then now we should have that quest completed, which is this one. Looks like we're still needing a meteorite compass. I really don't want to make a meteorite compass, but we can go do that. I will just do that off camera. You guys saw the recipe. It was just a compass and a meteorite and the polarizer to make a meteorite compass. So compass, polarizer, meteorite compass. Alright, so just claimed that quest real quick after getting the meteorite compass. This gave us 16 silicone dust, which is, you know, not bad. So we're going to get that smelted up here. The next thing, of course, would be getting the electric packer to then get the next portion of this. So this actually does plates for silicone instead. So how do we do plates? So metal press or compressor? I think for now, I'm going to send these through. Grab 16, 17. There we go. I'm going to run these through this. We'll have to come up with a better method for this probably. But for right now, this will work. We'll get the silicone plates. We'll run them through, which I think all of my presses are probably put away for right now, which is fine. I'll just have to go grab them. Okay. So the next part of this, Fluix. So Fluix is needed for the Fluix block, which is then needed for the growth accelerator. What is this? Crystal resonance generator. I have no idea what this is, and it's not working for me on trying to search it. Okay, do I have the guide on me? I do. So let's see. Oh, this looks like it's the... wait, what? I'm kind of confused. It looks like they've kind of combined a guide for the actual FTB NeoTech into this, which is interesting. But let's see. So, index. Is there a way for me to search? Okay, here we go. So, crystal resonance generator. The device generates energy for your ME network without the need for fuel. Because of the crystal vibrations, the device generates only one can be used in each network. These vibrators can pass through quartz fiber. 40 AE per tick. So this would be a way to start without needing the coal generator. Okay. I didn't know about this, honestly, so that's something I'm going to bookmark. Definitely, definitely. It'd be very good for our beginning. I don't know about, like, towards the end, or, like, towards, you know, after we get a lot more stuff combined into it. So we'll definitely have to swap it out, but for now, that'll work. So we're kind of just going up towards the energy acceptor, which isn't too expensive. We just need to make sure that we can actually get circuits and stuff to continue on. So let me go get the actual press points, press pieces, press tools. What are they? I don't even know what they're called. Let me go grab them. Alrighty, so I just made our first batch of Fluix crystals, but we're going to do it again. So, quartz, redstone dust, charged Certus quartz, plus water, which this water actually doesn't appear to be used each time. So you can just make an electric mixer and just constantly throw in materials and have a way to automate this. Of course, the only thing you'll need is power. That's actually really cool. But we're going to take the water out of here, and that's given us 4 Fluix crystals. Well, of course, we'll want more, but we're going to just use this as an example. So what we're going to want is the growth accelerator, and it looks like we're going to need a couple things, which is quartz glass, which I actually don't have any quartz dust or glass on me. So let's go fetch some of that real quick. All right, so let's get this crafted here. So let's expand the crafting terminal, crafting piece upgrade, quartz glass, and Fluix cable, which we need quartz fiber for, and then upgrade this with Fluix, which I actually don't have enough of. And I don't actually, let's see, is the recipe still here for the actual drop in the water? I don't actually know. I want to make sure because I'm curious. Just curious here. So if we go over here and toss in this, this, and this, will this still make Fluix? Or have they disabled this recipe? Oh no, it looks like it's actually working. Maybe? Let's see. Actually, it doesn't show up here. So I don't think it's going to work. It's trying, but I don't think it's going to. Okay. Usually it's pretty quick, and you'll know that it will work. So our method is just to stick with this electric mixer, which is fine. We'll just have to take the water out each time. So let's go with 3 more rounds of that. And then let's pull these out of the polarizer. Put them in there so this speeds up. And we got more silicone in here. Fantastic. Okay. So once that is done, we shouldn't need any more for a second here. So Fluix cable. And then that is a crystal growth accelerator. So the next portion of this is the actual energy acceptor. Which actually I think we have enough stuff to make. Just need another round of quartz glass. And then I'll just need to make a coal generator. Or can try and make this. And see if I can use this instead. Can I actually use this on a growth accelerator? I'm curious. So how do I actually set this to where it'll work? So cable, that, and then we'll just throw this here. Oh, that actually does work. Interesting. But I don't... How much do these actually use? Applied Energistics, item and blocks. So this is a growth accelerator. So devices, machines, growth accelerator. Oh, so this actually accelerates more than just crystals. I didn't actually know that. I knew you could configure it to change crystals, but I didn't know that. Power can be provided top or bottom via either AE2 cables or other mod power cables. Wait, you can put other mod power cables on this? Man, apparently I don't know much about the growth accelerators anymore. I didn't know that either. Okay. It can also accelerate the growth of various plants. So it doesn't tell us how much power this uses. So I'd probably have to get a network tool to be able to check. But let's actually just go put this together instead of using coal and see if we can just start the growth accelerator. Because you can add, of course, multiple of these to the sides of blocks on the actual budding Certus quartz, and it will speed it up. But of course, every one you add, you'll lose a side, which is fine. So let's see. So I've got a flawless there and a flawless here. So let's break the flawless on this side, and then do growth accelerator, Fluix cable, and this thing to then speed this up. And then I might be able to add another one here, but I don't know how much power is actually being used here. So I'll have to look into that probably off camera. But I'm going to do that for several of these, because these things aren't that expensive. I know I can use only one per system, but if I can just kind of put 3 or 4 of these down and just use one of them per 4 or 2 or 3 growth accelerators, that'd be fantastic. But anyway, right now, we're going to wrap this one up. Next episode, we'll get to the actual printed silicone, all of the different tooling pieces that we need, the printed silicone, the printed calculation, engineering circuit, logic circuit. This one's going to be the worst because I still don't have a lot of diamonds. I do need to get some method of pressurizing these. I know somebody suggested just going to the Undergarden. I really don't want to do that just yet because I don't think I'm prepared enough. But we will look into this. We will definitely start looking at getting this, and hopefully we can do something like that. In worst case scenario, we need to get into pressure chambers soon, but I'm hoping we can get into 8E2 just a little bit before we do that, so we actually have better storage and maybe slight amounts of auto crafting, but we shall see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.